What is going on, ladies and mother effing gentlemen?
That's
Excuse
right.
my language. I'm super excited to be back. Welcome back to the First Round By podcast. Jose here, accompanied by my longtime friend, Mr. Soss.
What is up? It has been a long minute. It's been a cool ass minute. Again, excuse our language, I guess. We have missed you guys. We have missed talking football. And one of the big things that we have missed is how absolutely insane the football season is so far. Oh my gosh. But before we get into that, we have some pretty exciting news, don't we? Not really super exciting. So if you look over here, I'm sure that he'll pan it over to himself. Mr. Jose is wearing some First Round By merch. If somebody's wanting to get that hoodie, where do they need to go?
So if you want some merch, we have, first and foremost, we have t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, tank tops, pint glasses, stickers, and hoodies.
Yes.
All available at www.firstroundby.com. Just click on the merch button, and you'll be able to find everything there. We have an assortment of colors on everything that's available there. Breast cancer awareness is this month, October.
That's right.
And we actually have a really awesome light pink long sleeve shirt that we'll probably be wearing sometime in the near future here on one of these episodes. So if you're interested, check them out. They're reasonably priced.
Oh yeah.
Very good quality. Fall's around the corner. We're in fall. Winter's around the corner. Good quality. Support us. Take a picture, tag us on Instagram or whatever.
Absolutely.
But yeah, check us out, firstroundby.com.
Yeah, and you definitely will want to get some awesome merch because obviously anybody that's liked our logo and everything, we have multiple logos kind of, but yeah, the quality of this stuff is actually really good, surprisingly. But as you said, it is very reasonably priced.
What's the email? I think
really
it's like
don't know.
firstroundbypod@gmail.com. So if you want to be a sponsor,
Yes.
just hit us up and we'll get you on the show, or we'll promote your business. It's all new to us, but we're trying to branch out. So if you're
absolutely.
interested, let us know and we'll see what we can come up with.
Let's talk some football.
Let's go.
All right, episode 44. So the biggest news news in the NFL right now, that would be the Tua. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Just Tua. We're
Tua.
good. We'll
just call him Tua. So that boy, he is a trooper. He is an absolute trooper. If you guys haven't seen it, we might try to throw on the clip of
putting more work on me, Soss. Thank you.
Got to keep you working.
We all seen what happened. If you're watching football, you've seen what happened. Obviously, they played the Bills last Sunday. Today is Saturday, so last Sunday they played the Bills, and I believe he exited. I can't remember if it was the second quarter, but I think it was like the second quarter, and then he left to the locker room. But when he got knocked out, he shook his head a couple times, and then he stumbled. And then, everybody was like, oh, that's a concussion, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what else is it going to be, right? Stumbling,
No, it's
falling,
a back injury.
Back injury, whatever. So, that happens. And then he returns to the game, which was very questionable. And then, obviously, they went on to beat the Bills to go 3-0, which, who would have thought? And then this past Thursday, they played the Bengals. And, again, very questionable to throw him back into the game, considering the injury that he suffered on Sunday night. And then, he got sacked, hit his head on the turf pretty good. And then, that very scary situation where he just lays on the ground and like his hands begin to like twitch or just really seize up. It was terrible. I didn't watch it live. I saw the highlights. But it was just a scary situation to see, considering what had happened, 4 days prior, 5 days prior to that initial concussion. So what are your thoughts? What do you think?
Man, so in all honesty, I'm very disappointed in that Dolphins medical staff. Like, that is absolutely terrible, especially since they are putting that young man's pretty much his life at risk because concussion protocol, regardless, just one concussion. It looked like he got concussed twice in what, 5 days, 6 days, something like that.
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter that there was a post from a doctor saying that he has seen instances where people have passed away from having multiple concussions in a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm. And there's a term for it. It's like second something syndrome or something.
Yeah.
I saw that too. Yep.
And it just blows my mind because it's like, what lengths are you guys willing to go to get him to be playing? And then he issued out a statement saying that he was excited to get back to the football field. In my opinion, that boy needs to retire.
Yeah.
Like he's about to have irreparable damage at some point. On the bright side, though, his if there is any silver lining to this whole situation, well, for one, his family was there at the game, and so whenever he got carted off to the emergency center and everything, his family was with him. So that's super awesome. I'm glad that he got to be with family, because everybody knows that since he is a football player and everything, a lot of times family doesn't get to come to all the events and everything. So it was really cool that he got to be with family. But at the same time, man, I personally think that they screwed the pooch on this. It's a term, okay? But they really messed up the situation. And I would not be surprised one bit to see some legal matters taken into effect because of this whole situation.
Well, I don't know if you've seen, but apparently, so the unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant involved in clearing Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua during Sunday's game against the Bills has been fired after it was found.
As he should.
After it was found he made several mistakes in his evaluation. So the doctor that cleared him, pretty much, like I just said, he got fired, and this was reported like 2 hours ago on ESPN.
Oh man!
So everybody knew someone was gonna get fired, and this is probably the start of everything. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach got fired as well. Like, I don't know. Like I said,
it's about to be a shitstorm.
Yeah,
100% about to be a shitstorm.
Like, you don't play with somebody's health. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Especially not somebody who you believe to be your franchise quarterback.
Right.
Like that is just absolute. But on the other hand, that's probably part of the reason why is because, nobody really saw the Dolphins having this great of a head start. Because was it the second week that he threw 6 touchdown passes?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Absolutely nuts, which is incredible, but at the same time, my goodness, there's still people that are playing these positions and everything. So you just can't be messing with people's lives like that.
Yeah,
especially his livelihood after football.
Right.
He's possibly not gonna have one.
Well, who knows? Yeah, because remember Demaryius Thomas passed away during the offseason due to, I think it was supposedly CTE.
CTE. Oh wow, I can't even say that for some reason.
And a lot of football players, they I think Rob Ninkovich came out the other day saying that he's had a few concussions, obviously throughout his football career, and how he's worried about his own future due to all the concussions and all that. So it's a scary situation, very unfortunate.
Especially with all the fire that's going on with the NFL anyway,
right.
Especially with all these other off the field stuff. Now you got something that's on the field, like that. It's a bad time to be the NFL right now.
Yeah,
their HR team and their PR team, they are probably working overtime right now.
Oh yeah.
So, but obviously our thoughts and prayers and everything else, our condolences and stuff, they go out to his family and Tua. Obviously, because man, that's such a terribly shitty situation,
right?
So, but moving on, let's talk about some of the highs that are going on right now. Some of the things that we did not expect to happen.
Some of the biggest surprises, as we said before the show. So there's a bunch of stuff. Obviously, going into the season, a lot of people are really high on different teams. A lot of people are like, this team or this player, they're not going to do anything, but there's been a lot of surprises.
Oh yeah.
Where do you want to start?
Man, let's start with the Eagles.
The Eagles?
The Eagles.
Okay.
Part of the reason why, at least as of right now, I have to eat a big old serving of crow at the moment because I said they weren't going to do anything, and so far they have been lighting it up. Jalen Hurts, he has not looked bad at all. He has a lot of talent that he's throwing to, and A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is on my fantasy squad, so thank you, sir. But everybody's contributing. That defense is playing out of their mind. Granted, they haven't exactly played world beaters, Not that I think, but they are definitely surprising everyone so far.
Yeah, so far their first game was against the Lions, and the Lions actually came really close to beating them. The Lions played the game of their life.
The Lions have been actually pretty good so far.
The Lions have been damn good so far. So they beat the Lions 38-35, and then they came back and beat the Vikings 24-7, and then they beat the Commanders 24-8. And I'm not trying to discredit the Eagles, but to your credit, they really haven't played anybody that's like impressive.
Yeah,
they do have the Jaguars. It's currently Saturday, so they play them tomorrow at home. After that, they have the Cardinals at the Cardinals, so that's going to be an interesting game. And then they play a Sunday night game against the Cowboys, which, you know, those two teams always kind of go back and forth. But honestly, right now, I'm looking at their schedule, and no team really impresses me on their schedule. So
I think I did hear that it may have been from you, too, that they have a soft schedule.
The only team that impresses me on their schedule, and I wouldn't even say impresses me, well, actually, yeah, I say, okay, so they play Green Bay. Yeah, at home on the 27th of November. And honestly, that's the only team that I think that's really like a challenge.
What week is that Green Bay game?
November 27th. I don't know what that is.
So it's kind of later on in the
But
season.
they have a cupcake schedule, and like I said, I'm not trying to discredit them, right? Like,
you can only play the games if they're on your schedule.
Right.
Yep.
But I'm just saying though, like, there's other teams that have like fucking above 500, fucking Super Bowl contenders, you know. I'm not going to sit here and ride the high horse on the Eagles, but they have been playing really well. But they should be playing very well against the teams that they're playing.
So you're not going to already say that they're Super Bowl contenders?
God, no. I'll tell you this, though. They will make the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
But don't get me wrong. Jalen Hurts has been playing phenomenal. He really has been playing phenomenal. And the thing about it is I used to talk a lot of crap about Hurts and how I didn't believe him.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of riding out the season, seeing how he does. And, you know, whenever they play Green Bay, see, I guess, how they play. And even then, Green Bay's not even playing their best football right now as well. But I'm still really closely watching that team and seeing what I see or think of them.
Oh, absolutely. And you said that the Eagles are playing the Jags this week, right?
Correct.
That's going to be an incredible game, especially since we'll segue into the next team, the Jags. Holy shit, they are actually looking impressive. Trevor Lawrence looking pretty good. They're looking a lot better than anybody expected, and they blew out the Chargers this last weekend.
Well, hold on. Before we go any further, so Doug Peterson tied Urban Meyer for 5th on the all-time win list of the Jags in Week 3 with 2 wins. So, I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. So the Jaguars, they look pretty impressive. So they lost to the Commanders Week 1. Mm-hmm. They beat the Colts 24-0 Week 2, which the Colts, they've been kind of rocky.
Yes.
Matty Ice has not been looking like Matty Ice. He's been kind of playing like ass.
Matty ass.
That team is kind of rocky right now.
They are.
Honestly, if I were them, I'd probably think about starting Sam Ehlinger. Seriously.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
Well, and the part of the problem that they have is that they need to be feeding Jonathan Taylor a little bit more. But the offensive line is still playing like ass.
Yeah.
And so, like, they can't protect the quarterback. They can't run the ball. So, but they're going to be. I think they're playing the Titans this week.
The Jags?
No, Colts.
Oh, the Colts. Yeah, they're playing the Titans.
Yeah.
And then, the Jags, of course, they beat the Chargers this past week 38-10. Justin Herbert. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, going into the season, everybody, including myself, was really high on the Chargers for obvious reasons.
Same here.
But I don't know. It's still early. A lot of catching up to do. A lot of learning to do. So
I think that Bosa, it's Nick Bosa?
It's Joey
Bosa. Okay.
Yeah.
I always get those dudes mixed up. But he's actually out for a while. He's on injured reserve now, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they them losing one of their top pass rusher and everything, I'm sure that definitely did not help. But yeah, no, the Jags have been playing incredible. Their head coach has been scheming up some really, really, really good games.
Well, Doug Peterson, man, he's a great head coach. Obviously, he had that time spent with the Eagles, won a Super Bowl there with them, so now he's facing his old team. So, you know, he's going to really want to win that game. But Doug Peterson, I knew whenever they hired him, I immediately thought, you know, that's a great hire. Obviously, a whole better coach than Urban Meyer, but, you know, they're on the right track, you know, and Trevor Lawrence has a good mentor there with them. They have a good receiving core, a good backfield, so it's an exciting team.
Yeah, and I believe that the Eagles are the only unbeaten team left.
I think so.
Which is absolutely nuts, because after 3 weeks of playing football, We only got one unbeaten left.
Dude, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. We had like seven, no, not like seven, maybe like 5 unbeaten teams
there was
dating
still
into like
quite a
week
few.
6 or something.
Yes.
Or some crazy shit
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, I remember.
Well, and I actually prefer this just because that means that there's a lot of parity in the NFL.
Yeah.
And you literally never know what's going to happen each one of these games.
Mm-hmm.
One of those games being you never quite know what's going to happen whenever you face the Denver Broncos. God, talk about a
Denver
letdown,
Broncos.
man.
Before we go any further, so the AFC West, right? Like myself is, in particular myself, I was really high on every single team in the division. I was even getting high hopes for the
Raiders, the Sin City Raiders.
Even I'm not a Raider hater, but I'm a Raider hater.
You're a Raider hater.
I was having high hopes for them. I was thinking Devontae Adams and Derek Carr were going to form this awesome connection. But, I mean, not saying that they haven't.
I was about to say they have. It just hasn't resulted in any wins.
Yeah. So, yeah, that team, I don't know what's wrong with them. Josh McDaniels, he's a great offensive mind. I was thinking, the Raiders might actually do something. But they're starting their season 0-3.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I think a lot of it too has to do with like execution, because kind of like what you said, the only connection right now that's working for them is Carr to Devontae Adams,
and you need more than just that.
You need a lot more.
You got to work as a unit.
Well, I know this last week when they almost came back and won against the Titans and everything. I was sweating a little bit because I didn't want my boys to go 0-3.
Yeah,
I mean nobody wants their boys to go 0-3, but. Because I was following it on ESPN because I couldn't actually watch it until afterward, but from what I was seeing, it was just a lack of execution, and that plus Derek Carr is just a dog shit quarterback. Well, so I say that he's not bad. He's just very streaky.
I've never liked Derek Carr, and I've said this many a times. I don't believe in Derek Carr. And I forgot what episode it was, but I'm pretty sure I said that he should and probably will get benched by I forgot what week I said, but by the middle of the year, if they're still not winning football games, he probably needs to be benched.
Oh yeah, but who else do they got?
I mean, Derek Carr's not going to win you games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time though, that's Devontae Adams' boy.
I mean,
that's his boy.
Well, yeah, but that was also Aaron Rodgers' boy. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter whose boy you are or not. If you're not producing, winning football games, then why keep you around?
I was about to say, on that note, do you think that if Devontae Adams was in Derek Carr's corner, like if they were thinking about benching him, do you think that they would listen to him or hold any weight to his opinion if he did go up to the front office and was like, "Hey, listen, this is my boy"?
No. Because, the NFL, obviously, it's a business,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you got to make business decisions, regardless of if it's the NFL or not, in regards to business. You're going to piss people off whenever you make certain decisions.
Oh, yeah.
So, I know, I don't even know the owner's name, but the guy with the bowl cut, I forgot Mark Davis, is that his name?
That might be.
Whatever his name is, I know he wouldn't really. He's gonna do whatever he wants to do. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I do think they probably need to move on from Derek Carr. And
absolutely.
I've been saying this for quite some time.
Yeah. But yeah. Also, who was I gonna talk about? There was another squad that was kind of like flying under the.
The Broncos. We didn't hit on the Broncos.
Oh yeah.
So the Broncos. So, like I said, everybody, including myself, we were all high on the Broncos and Russell Wilson, thinking,
man.
"Oh my God, so immediate Super Bowl contenders." Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, that backfield, that up and coming defense, like this is going to be a legitimate team.
Yeah, and Russell Wilson's he's playing like dog shit right now. No, he is.
Yeah.
Which it sucks because Russell Wilson, in my opinion, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's very, very good. He's probably on the back end of his career, to be honest, and I think that part of it too is him seeing ghosts from the last couple years that he was in Seattle. That adding on to the fact that I think that last year he was playing injured and stuff, so he was a little timid. I'm not ready to write him off yet because it'd be kind of stupid to write him off. A quarterback who has had that long of sustained success and everything. It'd be kind of stupid to write him off, but my God, dude, he's looking awful.
Yeah, he's looking terrible.
Man,
I feel bad for the guy.
He's running for his life almost every play. He's overthrowing receivers. His accuracy has looked awful.
The connection's just not there. And the thing about it too is, yeah, it's literally a new system, new everything, man. Like playbook, players, coaches, environment. Like I get it. But at the same time, if you gotta step up. Like this is what separates to what you said earlier. This is what separates Hall of Fame quarterback from Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
Take it for example, Tom Brady going from the Patriots to the freaking Buccaneers, wins the Super Bowl his first year as a Buck. New playbook, new coach, new players, new environment. Just like we mentioned, that's what separates a great football player from the average football players, right there.
Absolutely.
Being able to adapt.
Yes, but they've just looked lackluster. They look like they don't even want to be playing right now, to be honest. Which it's so weird because, like you said, they have so much talent, and yet none of it is being put to use.
I think I did see a stat. I think it was yesterday, or the day before. Teddy Bridgewater played for Denver last year, correct?
Yes.
So at this time, the Broncos were 3-0 and scored more points with Teddy Bridgewater under center than they are with Russell Wilson.
Yeah. I also think that a lot of it has to do with their new head coach.
Oh, Nathaniel Hackett? That motherfucker doesn't know a goddamn thing.
He doesn't know anything.
Put me at Denver Broncos. If you're listening to this, hire me as a head coach. I will work for free.
God, he's so bad.
And I will lead you to a victory.
That elusive victory. Wait, no, they've already won a game.
Well, I'll lead you to
a more impressive victories.
Jeez, and I'll teach Russell Wilson things that he doesn't even know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and one thing that kind of kills me.
Look at
is
this. I even got a Colorado Cup. Come on,
hey,
Broncos.
It's meant to be.
It's meant to be.
I like how I looked over here because your camera's over here. Like I was looking at your audience. That's funny. But yeah, no, he's so bad, and like especially when it comes to football. Sometimes it's not even enough to win. Like sometimes you got to be entertaining too. And my God, every single game they've played has been just boring as fuck.
It has been. What was it? The Monday night game that they played?
Against the 49ers?
Like, dude, that game was so boring.
It was a snooze fest.
Oh, Broncos Nation, let's ride.
But I guarantee you, whenever they were booking it, just like all of us idiots that think that we know something about the football world. I meant to say the football world. About the football world. Everybody's like, yeah, this is going to be prime time because it's going to be Trey Lance. And
no, Jimmy G.
Yeah, well, I know, but at the time we were saying, oh, it's going to be Trey Lance and he's taking over for Jimmy G. And then all of a sudden, Russell Wilson is going to come in there and light it up and everything. And now it's like... It's a big he just...
What was it like? The score was like hella weird. I think there was like a scoregami. Do you know what that is? It's like a unique score that's never been scored before.
Wasn't it like 15-11 or some shit?
At first, like the NFL, like on Facebook, they were calling possible scoregami because the score was like 10-5 or 2-5 at first or something.
It didn't look like it was a football game being played.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like just some weird ass points. But yeah, that game was boring.
It was strange.
I don't know. Broncos have definitely not lived up to the hype. Any team in the AFC West, I say, besides the Chiefs, has not lived up to their hype.
I was gonna say, I have one question for you. One big time question for you. Who is your biggest surprise team? And what I mean by that was that we didn't really have any, like, we didn't say any expectations for them or anything. I have one team that's kind of surprised me that I didn't think was going to surprise me.
I got an answer for you. The Colts.
Okay.
And we kind of spoke about this a little bit before we hopped on the show. The Colts. I had high expectations for them. A lot of people had expectations for them, especially right after they barely missed the playoffs last year. Obviously, you bring Matt Ryan in. You got JT. You got that defense. You got that supposed to be really awesome offensive line. And then, they come in and just shit the bed week after week, and they haven't been looking any good. And no disrespect to your Titans, but being in that division, I mean, you got the Titans, you got the Jags, you got the Texans. It's not a very strong division, so
so we thought.
Or so we thought, but they're still not as strong as what I want to give them credit for.
Yeah, no.
But what I'm saying is, I thought they were gonna be on top of that division and kind of giving the Titans a bit of a challenge there. You know what I mean? So that's my biggest surprise currently heading into week 4.
I would say that my biggest surprise all the way up until this week, whenever I saw who was ruled out, The Lions.
Oh yeah.
The Lions have been playing crazy. They've been playing really, really well. Jared Goff has actually been playing really well. And I honestly thought about picking him up in fantasy. Not even gonna lie, just because of the fact that he has been having a pretty good start to the season. But I think they're about to come crashing back down to earth, because I saw on the ticker the other day that Amon-Ra St. Brown and DeAndre Swift are both out.
Ripperooskies.
So it's gonna be Ripperooskies for them.
Hey, but no, shout out to their head coach. What's his name? I think his name's Dan Campbell. That dude, there's been, because I think they were featured on like Hard Knocks this year. And I've been seeing like a lot of like random clips of like the coach speaking to the team and a bunch of stuff like that. And he's a hell of a coach from what I can see.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Very, very vocal. He's a great leader. He always says the right things when they need to be said.
Oh yeah.
And obviously, like I said, they almost beat now the 3-0 Eagles. They literally lost by like a couple points or something. Excuse me.
Yeah, they've been getting in shootouts.
But yeah, dude, they've been playing hella good.
Absolutely. I've been really enjoying it so far. So I'm getting so excited about the football weeks to come and everything. And again, we apologize for taking so long to record this. As most everybody knows, life happens. So it takes us a little bit of time to get back into the swing of things, but we're back. I say that. We might not be back.
No, we're back, baby.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Appreciate you guys sticking around, listening. We'll definitely be back and, hitting you guys with hopefully weekly episodes. Soss?
Yeah. Kind of like what he said. We definitely appreciate everybody that has stuck around, supported us since the beginning. Obviously, our last video was a 1 year birthday thing. So been around for a year. We don't plan on going anywhere except for up and everything. So yeah. But with that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching.
Peace.